Evening, my little angels. Dracula is one of the most frequently mentioned characters among vampires, whether during the Halloween season or not. People call him Count Dracula after he became a vampire and gained immortality. But do you know where his life and background were like before and at the beginning of his transformation into a vampire? We will find out in today's story. Prince Vlad the Vampire. Once upon a time, in a beautiful kingdom deep within the dense forests of Eastern Europe, there lived a young prince named Vlad, brave and ever vigilant. Vlad was devoted to protecting his kingdom from any danger that might lurk. Vlad's home was a grand castle with towering walls, surrounded by thick, mysterious forests. From a young age, Vlad exhibited intelligence and courage. He loved to embark on adventures in the wood, explore secret caves, and befriend the forest creatures. One day, when Vlad was just 10, he stumbled upon an old wooden bridge spanning a raging river. The bridge was severely damaged and could collapse at any moment. On the other side, a herd of village goats was stranded, unable to return home. Vlad quickly realized the goats were in grave danger. No one dared to cross the old bridge for fear it might give way. But Vlad devised a clever plan. He carefully crossed to the other side and guided the little goats step by step, ensuring they walked only on the safest parts of the bridge. Meanwhile, Vlad went ahead, skillfully tying small branches to the weak point of the bridge, reinforcing it so it couldn't collapse as the goats crossed. The herd made it back to the village safely, everyone amazed that young Vlad had come up with a way to save the goats without any harm. As Vlad grew older, he joined military campaigns to expand and defend his kingdom. Tales of his bravery spread far and wide, and his intelligence led to ingenious strategies and victorious battles against invaders. Yet his kingdom constantly faced threats from external forces. One day, during a journey through the forest, Vlad encountered a mysterious witch. The witch saw in Vlad's eyes unyielding courage and determination. She decided to bestow upon him a powerful gift. But she also warned him that this gift came with a heavy burden. The witch said,
"Prince Vlad, I can grant you unparalleled strength to safeguard your kingdom, but you will become a vampire and must live in darkness. You will need blood to survive."
Facing a difficult choice between everyday life and the safety of his kingdom, Vlad ultimately accepted the witch's gift. The elderly witch performed a mystical ritual, transforming Vlad into a vampire. From that moment on, he possessed extraordinary strength, but he also had to avoid sunlight and constantly needed blood to sustain himself. On one late October day, Vlad's kingdom again trembled under the advance of a massive invading army from distant lands. The enemy was numerous, and the people were apprehensive because their mighty Prince Vlad had lately been confined to his chambers by day. Yet Vlad, though seemingly never stepping outside, had full awareness of the situation and made his preparations. The night before the battle, which was also the eve of Halloween, Vlad transformed into a giant bat and flew across the forest, gathering all the information about the invaders' plans for the next day. With his extraordinary hearing and night vision, Vlad could see and hear everything. He returned and prepared all that was needed for his army to defeat the enemy. The following night, as the enemy approached, Vlad used his supernatural powers to create terrifying sounds, disrupting the enemy's morale. With incredible speed, Vlad appeared and vanished in the dark like the wind, launching surprise attacks on the enemy's camp and threw them into panic. Vlad attacked and took down each of the enemy's commanders. With every fallen commander, the invading army grew more disoriented and lost their will to fight. The next day, Vlad's army only needed to drive away the remaining terrified and disorganized invaders. Ultimately, the intruders had to retreat in defeat, and Vlad's kingdom was again safe. However, the tales of Vlad appearing as a bat spread, and he could no longer remain in the kingdom. From then on, Vlad hid in a secret place deep within the forest, unknown to anyone. It was said that whenever invaders threatened the kingdom, a large bat would appear to protect it. Over time, no forces dared to invade Vlad's kingdom again. Moreover, as the years passed, many generations within the kingdom would share the mystical stories about Prince Vlad the Vampire on late October nights. Most of these tales were born from imagination. They did not know Vlad was still there, protecting and listening to their stories. The children would grow up and carry the tales of Vlad beyond the kingdom's borders, spreading them to distant lands. In each place, people would tell stories of Vlad in their way. Among these, the fear of bloodthirsty vampire monsters grew, leading to vampire hunts that surged over time, fueled by these stories. Vlad III was a historical figure, also known by the monikers Vlad the Impaler and Vlad Dracula. Vlad III was born and raised in medieval Romania, the son of Vlad II or Dracul. The complexity and controversies surrounding his life inspired the fictional character of Dracula, a vampire. The name Dracula originated from his father's moniker, Dracul, which means the dragon. However, people recounted and wrote about him as a bat in their imaginative tales, such as the story of Prince Vlad recounted above. Today's story time is over. I wish my little loves a good night and a fantastic Halloween season. I kiss you long on your forehead. See you again at the following story times.